Joining us on the program now from the Maxim Institute, Thomas Scrimgeour. Thomas, kia ora.
Hey Andrew, how you doing?
Doing very well. Is it a big deal, do you think? I mean, we've got the general election. This is the serious part of politics, is where all the important decisions are made. And then we've got the guys that take more of our money so that our rubbish gets collected. Is it kind of like a second-tier form of government, not as important as the folks in Wellington?
Well, when you think about it, Andrew, a lot of the things that impact you most day to day do happen at the local council level.
True.
I mean, rubbish, getting that picked up is pretty key. Getting water to your house, that's local government as well. And like you say, they do charge you rates. If you're interested in that going up or down or staying the same, you got to pay attention to local council.
It is in terms of the election cycle, it is local body elections this year, and honestly, maybe it's not just me. In terms of people caring about this, engaging with the process, actually voting in the local body elections, it seems like a downward spiral on this one in terms of public participation.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, last time around for local council elections, I think it was about 42% of eligible voters nationwide voted in their local election. So it's very, very low numbers. And I think if we got above 40% this time round, we'd probably have to be happy with that, which is a real problem. If we don't have enough people participating in local democracy, is it really working? Are local councils accountable to the people they represent?
And hey, maybe somebody should run as the apathy candidate because it sounds like they'd get more than 50% of the votes in that regard. When it comes to what encourages people to vote or to engage in the local democracy process, there's a number of different tricks and techniques, and no doubt they'll get AI involved this year. A fun, we just have to call it what it is, a fun stunt from Wayne Brown from Auckland, the war on the road cones. Now, this is a video that's posted. I suspect there is some AI involved with it, but a fun way of getting people engaged and perhaps even enraged on a local issue.
Yeah, well, Wayne Brown is certainly making the most of the road cone issue. I mean, it's perhaps not the most important issue in people's lives, but it's got a great sort of visual image, and roadworks are frankly quite annoying. And so he's decided to kind of get an in-house video guy. He's not even contracting this out to ad people. There is an in-house video editor at the Auckland Mayor's office producing some admittedly very funny videos about his single-handed war on the road cone. He goes out into the CBD and is pointing at them and complaining. I don't know whether it'll actually drive turnout, but certainly worth a shot.
Is that a little bit of an integrity issue, actually? If the current mayor has his own in-house video team paid for by the rates, is that problematic in terms of, hey, vote for me, I'm spending your rates making ads so that you'll vote for me? It's a little bit circular, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's something that exists both at the local council level and at central government. Parliamentarians have their parliamentary staffers who are allegedly non-political staff, and there is a bit of a grey line there. So certainly something to be wary of. Wayne Brown's argument is that it's a lot cheaper to have someone in-house than pay private contractors to do the same sort of work. So who knows?
Certainly, and hey, maybe like some of the other functions of Auckland City Council, there'll be a road cone department within the mayor's office rather than subcontracting that out to others. One of the things he points out in the video, and hey, maybe this is just politicking, but Wayne versus Wellington. This sort of montage, I had this idea, and now finally the politicians in Wellington are getting around to doing something about it. There's always been a little bit of a tension between local government and central government, who has the power, and a little bit of point scoring going both ways as we lead up to this round of local body elections.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, I'm an immigrant to Auckland. I'm from the regions, from Waikato, rep it proud. And so Wayne Brown's done the only thing that would get me patriotic about Auckland, which is criticizing Wellington. Sort of, he's figured out the hierarchy of my loyalties. But there is a serious point there that local councils do provide a good counterbalance to central government. There's a healthy tension there between them. And we need to make sure that both local government and central government are strong along so that they can balance off one another and neither get kind of out of their lane.
And there's certainly some work being done in this area as to whose responsibility is it. I mean, whose responsibility is it, for example, for the road cones? Is that a central government thing or a regional government thing? And there's certainly been some talk about doing some trimming in that area. From Wellington saying, hey, I'm not sure we need regional councils anymore. We need to control that more from Wellington. We may have a different landscape when it comes to the balance between central and local government by the time we get to the elections.
Yeah, for sure. It does seem like there might be some changes there. The main thing is that where we are voting, there needs to be decision-making power. So sometimes if there are too many layers, then some layer in the middle is neither important enough to be at the top nor local enough to respond to people.
Yep.
And if you make really local councils not that powerful, then people won't vote because they don't really have any decision-making ability. So it's really important that where we have decision-making input, there needs to be real power. Otherwise, it just becomes an empty sort of symbolism.
We're talking about encouraging people to vote. What would make the difference, in your opinion, rather than just fancy ads on road cones? What would encourage people to participate in their local body elections at a higher percentage?
Well, one of my controversial opinions is that we perhaps shouldn't be making it easier.
Okay.
A lot of the messaging around local voting is, look, it's go vote. It's effortless. It's so easy, you won't even notice you've done it.
Wow.
It's almost meaningless. I like to think about, there's an ad man who I find really entertaining, Rory Sutherland. He's a British kind of venal kind of advertiser who's always thinking about how to scheme things. And he likes to tell the story of Frederick the Great. Probably not a historically accurate story, but he was wanting his citizens to eat potatoes.
Yeah.
So what did he do? He planted them on the state land and told his soldiers to guard it, but only during the day. Anything worth guarding is worth stealing.
Yeah.
So voting should be an event. We could put some nominal obstacle that's not very hard to get past, but people feel like they're doing something valuable and important rather than easy and meaningless. So we actually have to give weight to the idea of voting, not simply just throw it out there and beg people to participate.
Is it time to get rid of the orange guy? Because honestly, he looks like a road cone ally, just in terms of his colour scheme. You know, has he been around too long? Do we need to sharpen up the image?
Well, no, I think lean into the kitsch of the road cone guy. It seems like such a misguided branding opportunity that stuck around so long. I don't know who designed it. It was a terrible idea that has worked really well. I'm a very much an orange voting guy loyalist.
So if the orange guy was running for mayor in your local election, he may get your vote in that regard.
I wouldn't rule it out. Vote orange guy.
Yeah. Well, some people would say there's an orange guy that's been elected president somewhere else, but we won't get into that. Hey, one more thing on this. What about, I suppose, the incentive? Something they do in Australia is the democracy sausage. If you voted in the elections, you get a sausage, you have a sausage sizzle, you make it more of a community, almost carnival atmosphere. Everyone gets a sausage. Is that bribing people to vote, or do you think it might work?
Well, I think it might work, and I'm cautiously in favor of it, but only if the reason you're bribing people is that you're creating a fear of missing out.
Yeah.
We saw with the census, people being bribed with Warriors tickets, and that becomes trying to persuade people, please join our thing.
Yeah.
But if you have an event where you have to come to, but if you come, there's something awesome there, that sounds great. I'm pro a democracy sausage, but you don't want to go chasing people and offering them free things wherever they are. You want them to feel like they're missing out if they're not coming to you.
And hey, Aussies take things a step further where it's, hey, here's a democracy sausage, and if you don't vote, that's against the law. You may get a visit from the police instead. Should we go that far, in your opinion?
Well, I think New Zealanders are naturally contrarians. If you tell me I have to vote, I'm inclined to feel aggrieved by that. So no, I think we should be trying to sell democracy. We should be making it seem like an awesome thing that if you don't participate in, you're just missing out. And so don't push people into it, because then it's eat your vegetables.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
No one wants to do that.
Yeah, let's have a sausage rather than vegetables. Hey, I mean, voting in the local body election, that's just one way to participate in local government and democracy. And it's not just a, hey, I did this thing once. Of course, opportunities for us as communities to participate locally, during the rest of the time, to have our say with local representatives, etc. Or perhaps even put our hand up and say, hey, vote for me. Is that something in your career, do you think? Future local
Andrew,
politician?
Andrew, I am very pleased to announce. Well, no, I'm not running at all in local government, but I think people really should consider it. I mean, when we look at the evidence, both New Zealand and abroad, fewer people get involved at every level of politics than they used to.
Yeah.
Fewer people are involved in school boards, local boards, councils, all of those things. And so people really should, if they're listening, consider, is this something I should do? Or if you don't want to do it yourself, who can I peer pressure into doing it because I think they'd be great at it?
Yeah.
Approach people, tell them, I think you would be a really valuable voice in our local area.
And hey, is something which is valuable, it's worth investing time in. Yes, it's a little bit more work than complaining about the council on social media, but hey, if we've got some skin in the game, if we had voted for a person that ends up being on the council, then perhaps we're going to be more engaged with civil society. Hey, thank you for your thoughts on this topic. Thanks so much for joining us, Thomas.
Thanks, Andrew.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.